Ever wondered what makes sports card collecting so fascinating? Well, the answer lies in the perfect blend of nostalgia, thrill, and the potential for financial gain. It's like being part of a treasure hunt, where the prize could be a rare card from your favorite player or even an entire team. The thrill of the chase, the anticipation of what could be hiding in the next pack, it's all part of the game. Remember those days of trading cards in the schoolyard? The nostalgia of those simpler times is another driving force. And let's not forget the potential for financial gain. Yes, you heard it right, some of these cards could make you a small fortune. But hey, no promises though, because let's be honest, card collecting is a safer bet than playing the lottery, but that doesn't mean you'll become a millionaire overnight. So, it's clear that card collecting is more than just a hobby, it's a passion. But what exactly should you look for when starting your own collection? Fear not, fellow collectors, we've got a handy guide of the top 10 elements to consider when diving into the world of sports card collecting. First off, we have condition, rarity, and age. These three amigos will play a major role in the value of your collection. Then there's player popularity, team, and set. Trust me, it's not just about who's got the best hair. Now, autographs, errors, supply, and demand, these are the wild cards, adding that extra spice to your collection. It's a bit like baking a cake. You need the right ingredients in the right amounts and at the right time. Add too much or too little of something and your cake might not be as tasty. In our case, that delicious cake is your dream card collection. But don't fret, we'll break these down one by one, ensuring you'll have all the knowledge to become a card collecting connoisseur. Ready to become a card collecting master? Let's dive in. First up on our list are condition, rarity, and age. These are the holy trinity of card collecting. Just like a perfectly balanced breakfast, these three elements can make or break the value of your sports card. Let's start with condition. This is the visual and physical state of your card. A card in mint condition, free of blemishes and damage, is like a perfectly cooked steak. It's the sizzle that gets collectors drooling. A mint condition card can fetch a handsome price, while a card with even the slightest crease or stain can significantly drop in value. Next up is rarity. Rarity is the spice that adds the extra zing to your collection. The fewer the cards, the higher the demand, and ultimately, the higher the value. It's like finding a 4-leaf clover in a field of 3-leaf ones. It's not just about the luck of finding one, it's the thrill of the chase. And finally, we have age. Like a fine wine, some cards get better with age. While age is not always a determinant of value, older cards, especially those from inaugural sets or featuring legendary players, can be worth a pretty penny. Remember, a well-aged card in pristine condition is the collector's dream, but there's more to it than just that. Now that we've covered the basics, let's move on to player popularity, the team, and the set. Now here's a fun fact, not all players are created equal, at least not in the world of card collecting. Yeah, you heard it right. We love them all, sure, but some just have that extra sparkle that makes their cards more valuable. Let's take a hypothetical example here. Say you have two cards, one of a well-known popular player, and one of a less popular player. Which one do you think would be worth more? I'll give you a moment. Got your answer? Well, if you said the popular player, you're absolutely correct. Now let's add another layer to this cake. Imagine that popular player is part of a well-liked, successful team. That's right, the card's value just shot up even more. And if that card belongs to a coveted set, you've hit the jackpot, my friend. But here's the kicker. Let's say you're a die-hard fan of a player who isn't exactly a household name. You've collected all their cards and you love them dearly. But when it comes to value, it's not about your personal preference, it's all about wider market appeal. So while you might be a die-hard fan of a certain player or team, remember it's all about the wider market appeal when it comes to card value. It may seem harsh, but hey, in the world of card collecting, popularity really does pay. Last but definitely not least, we have autographs, errors, supply, and demand. Now, autographs on sports cards are like the cherry on top of a sundae. They can significantly increase a card's value. It's like having a mini contract with the player right there on your card. But here's the kicker. Sometimes the player's autograph might be worth more than their actual performance on the field. Talk about a plot twist. Moving on to errors. Yes, you heard that right. In the world of card collecting, errors aren't necessarily a bad thing. They can actually make a card more unique. If you find a card with a player's name spelled wrong or any other misprint, you might have just struck gold. It's like finding a rare Pokemon. But instead of Pikachu, you've got a misprinted Michael Jordan. Finally, let's talk about supply and demand. It's a pretty simple concept. The fewer cards there are of a specific player or set, the more valuable they become. Just like with limited edition sneakers, scarcity drives up the price. So if you've got a rare card, you're not just a collector, you're an investor too. Just remember, the world of card collecting is full of surprises. Even that misprinted card could be a gold mine. Well, we've covered a lot in a short time. Let's quickly recap the top 10 elements of card collecting. Remember, the allure lies in the thrill of the hunt. Key elements include the condition, rarity, and age of the card. Player popularity, team, and set also play significant roles. And don't forget autographs and errors, they add a unique twist, while supply and demand dictate the market value. Armed with these tips, you're well on your way to becoming a card collecting expert. Happy hunting, my friends.